Right, so we're now ready to sew, having marked and pinned it. So we're just going to do a quick little just check with the sewing machine. This is what you should do every time you come to the machine. So make sure it's threaded up, and on the Baninas you can see this nice capital N. Okay, you've got 2 threads. So if I pull the top one, you'll see it running through, and you've got the bottom one coming out the guide plate. Okay, we're just going to check the dials. So on the Banina, the top one is set to 0. So check that line's on 0, this dot and line's on 0 on the second one down, and then this one's on 3. If it's not on 3, if you twist it, it moves up and down, so just twist it so it's sitting on 3. So we're ready to go, and as you know when you sew, whenever you put your work in here, you have to lower the presser foot. So that's on the back of the machine, use your left hand, and you can just lower that down. So we need to lift it to put it in, so it's just this lever here. So get your work. We are going to start on the side where we've got the gap. So we're going to start on the bottom here. So we're going to pop this under. We're going to lower our presser foot. I'm going to start with my needle in. So I'm going to turn the hand wheel on the side here. So turn this hand wheel, that lowers the needle, so the needle goes down. Okay, so I'm now ready to sew. We are going to do a bit of back stitch. So I'm going to sew just about there, about 1 centimetre. Then I'm going to do back stitch. So I'm going to stop there, and then I'm going to show you how to do the back stitch. So we're going to secure that edge. So we're just going to sew. I'm going to stop there. Okay, I'm going to come to this stitch length here. I'm going to push this up and hold it in place. So that I'm going to hold that with my fingers there. I'm now going to put my foot on the foot pedal, and it sews backwards. I'm going to stop, I'm going to release this, and it will go back to where it was. And now I can just carry on sewing. So go to the corner, so I'm going to stop on the corner just there. If the needle doesn't finish down in the fabric like it has there, so if it finishes up, you're going to turn this hand wheel so that the needle is down in the fabric. It's really important. Always turn the hand wheel towards you so it's going clockwise. You need the needle down so that when you lift up the presser foot, your work is still attached in the fabric. So you get a nice corner. You pivot round, remembering that you always sew, it moves it away from you. So you always start at the top and sew to the bottom. And now we're going to sew on this red line as well as you can. So we'll go all the way down. Okay, you don't want to go fast, so nice and steady, no faster than this. Trying to stay on that nice red line, which is why we do it. And we've got another corner coming up, so I'm going to sew down. I'm just going to lift the needle to bring that down one more. So needle is down. You lift up your presser foot, you turn round, lower the presser foot, you sew. I'm going to go a little bit faster just to speed up for the video. We've got another corner coming up, so we're going to slow down. We're going to turn the hand wheel, needle down, lift up, turn round. Last long seam. So you can see the machine will take, so now we're coming up, we've got the elastic. So you need to slow down a little bit here. It's going to be a little bit of a bump. It will go through, just trust it, and away you go. So that's the tricky bit with the elastic thing, because it's quite a few layers to get through. Another corner. Turn to get on your line, turn round, and then we're just going to sew to where we had put our marks. That's our 10 centimetre, and then we'll do a little bit back stitch. So we're going to sew down. We're going to stop on the line. We're going to push up again and do a back stitch, and then that's it. Needle is up. Lift the presser foot up. We're now going to pull this away. I'm going to keep pulling so it's far enough away. You either get a pair of scissors, or if your machine's got a cutter on the side, you're just going to cut that there. But have nice long threads on your machine. And then we have sewn all the way around. So you can see we've sewn all the way around and we've left the gap here. So the next thing is we'll take all the pins out and we're going to clip off the corners. So I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, so I've taken out all the pins, and I've also taken out the pin that was holding down the bit of elastic there. So the next thing we're going to do is turn everything through this gap that we've left here. But before we do that, we are going to clip these corners, the 4 corners. So all you need to do is get nice sharp scissors and you are going to clip off the corner like that. So you're going to be about 1 stitch away from your actual corner. So we're going to do that to all of them. So you don't actually cut the stitch line, you're just going to cut that 1 stitch away. You're going to clip all your corners out. And that means when you turn this through and push those corners, you've got no bulky fabric there, and it means you get a nice corner. So all we now need to do is go to this end here, and you're literally going to push and shove this all the way through and turn it through. So having 10 centimetres should be just enough. Get your hand in. You can see our nice elastics pulled through, and you have to go all the way in. You now do have to go to those corners, give it a good little push out, pull that all through. So wiggle your fingers a bit, push that out. Do the same on, oh, I've still got a pin in there. That's why it's not turning through. So do make sure you take your pins out, and then it will turn. Then you've got, this one's easy to turn. Make sure, remember that, push out those corners, cut away that fabric so that we can get nice corners. And there you are, that's all nicely, so nice corners. All we've got to do, you can see we've got this opening here. It's naturally going to want to fold in where that seam is, so you let that fold. You're going to fold that down, and then you're just going to pop a pin in like that, and another one. And then when we come to construct that, we'll get that top stitch down so that gets closed. But that is the first stage of your little pencil roll.